Taxi vlog 295. I should have done this part already. Sign in. Get the configuration just right. Sorry I'm boring you with all this. It just has to be right before I start. Okay. Book, the zone. There we are. We should be good to go now. Yes, it's in color. Spring is coming. Spring is here as far as I'm concerned. Nice days like this. It's the 14th of March, so we're just a week away from the vernal equinox, and so you know, nicer weather is on our way. And look at this beautiful sunny day right now. Too bad the sun's going to be down in about an hour. And it is Friday, so expect traffic to be a little heavier than usual. Let's see, what kind of a week have I had? Well, it's been quiet to start on Monday night, and it was quiet all night, and for some reason I lucked out and I was able to make some money. But it was slow going, you know, waiting an hour between calls, and it was hard. Tuesday night was pretty much the same. It was tough going, it was slow. But I managed to get just a little better luck and make a little more than I did on Monday. Wednesday was a surprise. It started out slow just like Monday and Tuesday. And I waited a long time between calls, but in the morning hours, you know, it took until about 1 o'clock to break even, but then between 1 and 6 in the morning I was fairly steady, so I ended up taking home about $150 after lease and fuel, which was just what I needed, because this has been an expensive week once again. You know, the last few weeks I had to replace my stereo because it shorted out, and then I had to replace my computer because the motherboard was completely fried by a power surge, a spark actually, short circuit once again. Now I've got all the circuits set up properly. I've got the new computer set up the way I want it. I've got everything working the way it should. The sound system sounds fantastic. And then I think it was last weekend, the brakes in my car started making a noise, like a sound from the back wheels, which isn't exactly a good thing. So I went and had the brakes inspected, and in order to get them right, it was about $450, which was my grocery money, which I was going to spend this weekend. So okay, I had to make that money again. Fortunately, my week was good enough that we will be able to get groceries this week. So, damn it, you know, it always happens like that. So, yeah, there's the sun, my gosh. And on my way to work, the song Here Comes the Sun was playing. Totally randomly, of course, because it's on my my iPod, which I have set up in the car. Okay, let's go. Today, before the light goes red. Yes. Okay, you, come on. Thank you. Molasses, it's icky, sticky goo. Molasses, it always stick to you. Yeah, I'm not wearing my herd of pigs tie today. It's my little taxi tie. So, yeah, I think the herd of pigs describes Victoria traffic much better. Yeah, so I had a good Wednesday, and last night I came out And you know, it took about an hour and a half till I got my first call. I had just cleared my third call, my third trip, and I had something like $35 on by 10 o'clock. And I started at 6:30. Now with a $110 lease, $35 on with like 1/3 into your shift is not exactly copacetic. So then it rained all night, and people must have just looked out the window and said to themselves, we ain't going out in that. We ain't going out nowhere. So I think I took one carload of kids down to the Sugar nightclub, because Thursday night for some reason is Sugar nightclub's big night. So I took those kids down there, and of course they were a little bit loud, and they were a little bit rude, and you know, I must be getting old because I don't understand what this younger generation... What is this? Oh, I got a call. Isn't that nice? Might as well go get it. God, the thing's bright. Might as well go get it. Walmart. Of course, Walmart. On a beautiful spring day like this, it's got to be Walmart. So we spent a lot of time sitting underneath the roof at the car dealership, where other drivers were hanging out and talking and stuff, and downtown was choked up with taxis. There was like 6 cars on every block downtown along Douglas Street. It was just wrong. I don't know why anyone would want to work downtown. Anyway, there was one little time where I dropped off in James Bay, and I was just leaving James Bay. I had another call in James Bay right away. They went downtown, and then I turned the corner and I left downtown, got into Zone 62, had a call on the Gorge, took them downtown, and then I connected in such a way that I dropped off my fare, I drove a block, and somebody else waved me down and went out to the part of town where I like to work. Thank you very much. The other guy sat there in one spot while I made $40. Wonderful. Just wonderful. And then I was actually making a profit at that point, where my good friend at 3 o'clock went home because he said, I've been out here since 6. It is now 3. I have worked 9 hours, and, you know, what have I got to show for it? Yeah, what has he got to show for it? He had $109 on, which was the lease exactly. But at 3 he went home. Fortunately, he was the owner of the car, so, you know, he could do that. But I had to make some gas money too. And then, you know, at the end of the night, it was my short night, because on Friday mornings we have the 5 o'clock guy who starts driving. Usually I stay out till 6, but at 4 o'clock I had a call, and it took me a good distance, and then I was heading back towards the gas pump, and I got another call, which was out to the north somewhere, and I had to wait 10 minutes for these boys to come out of the house, and then when they got out, they said they were going to Langford, which was another $30 fare, which I really needed at the end, which made my night a profitable one. Well, a somewhat profitable one, but it was better than going home with nothing. And so that was to my advantage. And I got the car back 10 minutes after 5, but the day shift guy was not waiting for me. So maybe he took a look outside and says, I'm going to take my time going to work today. So 10 minutes late, and I didn't see him. That was fine. So why do people think I share their taste in music? I don't know if you can hear that, but it doesn't sound good. Let's get a turn arrow to pull into this monstrosity. This is the Uptown Mall. And no, it's not your turn, buddy. You're supposed to walk when the thing says walk. Yeah, we're pulling into the Uptown Mall. You can Google Earth this place. It's a real monstrosity. It's ugly. It's stupid. We're going underground parking by Walmart. And hopefully my customer will be there. I better take these off so I can see what I'm doing. And I'll get to you at the end of the night. 4:37 in the morning. I've had that fair that I went and did. And then I sat a few times right here in this parking lot waiting for something to happen. And I started reading a book, but people came up next to me and just, you know, bothered me and wanted to talk to me and wanted to say stuff to me and wanted my attention and wouldn't let me read. So I didn't get much reading done. And then by 9 o'clock I started getting busy. And I was getting one fare after another and just busy. I didn't have a chance to take a breath in between calls, and I'm just having my coffee now finally to stay awake, because when it slows down like it did at 3 o'clock, my adrenaline just goes right down through the floor and I've got no energy anymore. I just fall asleep. So I got my coffee going here, and I was starting to read a little bit of this book here, whose marker I dropped. This bookmark just drops out. Is that what I was doing? I'm a little tired right now. Got sent to Walmart earlier, and there's 2 cabs parked in front of the place, and I was told by the note on my MDT here to go around the back, and there's nobody in back of the Denny's, and there's no phone number to call, and there's 2 cabs parked in front. So yeah, no load, come back here. Then I had some kid who was going downtown at 4 in the morning, I guess 3/4 of an hour ago, because he wanted to go to the McDonald's to wait in line for the store to open up, because he's buying some special shoes. I said, would you wait in line in the morning at 4 o'clock to buy shoes that are only, apparently these shoes are only available like a couple of weeks of the year or something, and they're supposed to be some kind, the Jordans. Have you ever heard of those? Okay, well, he's heard of them, but I haven't. I'm a little bit out of the loop when it comes to athletic shoes.
They're Nikes.
Nikes?
Yeah,
oh.
Air Jordans.
And it's a special kind that they only make them for a certain time of the year, and
No.
it's weird.
They're,
Why can't you just get them any time of year?
you can. You're going to buy drugs.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
4:30 in the morning, you're going to McDonald's downtown? Yeah.
To wait in line to get shoes?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is one of those clean-cut Asian kids. They don't usually go for drugs.
Okay.
No, he didn't strike me as the type at all. You can usually tell. And there was this, one point I got sent to the Tally-Ho. Tally-Ho's like a pub, and it has really recently had a rejuvenation. Like, they closed and now they opened up again, and they renovated the place. I think they spent a couple $1 million on fixing it up, and it was used for, they were doing betting, you know, on the races and stuff in that place. I think they still do that. Anyway, picked up these 2 guys there. They wanted to find a woman. I'm going, oh, this is bullshit. Thank you very much. But they said, and you know, most cabbies do this the wrong way. They drive too fast. We want to go through the hooker row. Okay, fine. So I make a right turn on the gorge. He said, you did the first right thing. You went towards where they hang out. I said, yeah. He says, and we want you to go slowly down the road with the hookers. Anyways, I turned onto the road. There were no hookers in sight, but there was cars behind me, so I just pulled over, let those cars pass. They said, what are you doing? I said, I'm letting those cars pass so that we can go down the road nice and slow to give you a good long look at what you're looking for. Oh, thanks. We appreciate that. Anyway, we got almost to the end of the street, and there was one girl standing there, dressed in black, a little bit ragged looking, and we pulled up, And guy opens the window and says, "Hey, you want to come over here a minute, darling? You know, whatever, honey, whatever he called her." And he said, "How much?" And anyway, yeah, she went with him for $100. The two guys, they went back to their place in James Bay, and they were chatting her up all the way for $100. Well, she was about 40 years old and a little plump, but what's so funny?
40 years old and a little plump. You gotta laugh at that.
Yeah, I know, it describes you too, but what can I say? Actually, you're not that plump anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Just big boned.
You're just big. Anyhow, I stayed busy until 3, and it worked out pretty good. We're just relaxing now, waiting on maybe getting something else. Let's do a little update and see what we got here. Oh, I'm first!
What?
I am first, you're second, and 25, whoever that is third. Lovely. So, it's another successful week. I hope yours is better than mine.